Heyo! Jesus, white on white. You're a bright boy
Hello.
this morning.
It's like 5 o'clock in the evening, but whatever.
Well, look, I had to wake up an hour early for this shit, so it's morning to me.
Sorry.
Sorry you had
Sorry.
to. Sorry you had to wake up early for the podcast that you're producing, that you're hosting.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice tea, dude. You're looking fresh. I see the.
Thanks.
I like how you have a mustache only on the corner of your lips.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. It grows in, or like I could grow it out to like right here and become like a kung fu fighter.
You look like a Walmart brand Wolverine. Did you line up the sides?
I did.
Yeah. It looks nice.
Yeah. It's something different.
Right.
I don't know.
Hey,
Okay.
no. What's up?
What? What? No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say no hat today, babies.
Yeah, no, this.
Yeah. Really, no shit. You noticed?
Yeah.
Well, I got a. I think I'm gonna grow it out. I think I decided fuck it. We can talk about that here in a second, I guess, when we roll the intro. I'm gonna try and do that without the
Go
fucking.
for it.
Uh-oh, we'll see how improv goes. Should I call Beau? Should I just call this? Yeah, this is the beginning. Fuck it. We're calling Beau. I'm gonna
All
FaceTime
right.
him. Ah, shit. I think this is his number. He has like 18 different numbers.
That's what you told me.
The amount of times I've had to change his contact in my phone. It's annoying. He's probably asleep.
He always is. I guess, yeah, it's 10 o'clock.
Well, I mean, it's 10 o'clock.
That's true.
Uh-oh, he's asleep. Guess it's the Coffee Pub Podcast. Welcome
All
back,
right.
ladies and gentlemen. Maybe he'll join in halfway through again, and we'll have the Ketchup Podcast. But until then, welcome back to the Coffee Pub Podcast, where every week I catch up with only Joel and just Joel. I'm your host, Sat there and Shoemaker. Joining me this week is my co-host. Um, Everyone, fucking give it up for him. Get that WWE like wrestling crowd all hyped up and ready. It's Joel Plagiarism Huffless. That was a bit we did last week. Get it?
Francesca,
It's a callback.
Francesca's not even cheering for me.
What the
She's
fuck?
yeah, she's our only live fan, and she's not even cheering for me. And she's my girlfriend.
Well, it's hard to get into like this
Big
crowd
thing, babe.
mentality when it's just one person. You know?
Yeah, I know. I don't blame her. I mean, she feels the pressure, probably. You know. I mean, I would hate to put her in a position that makes her feel awkward.
Right. I heard this interesting take the other day that I listen to a lot of fucking podcasts, and it's a lot of a lot of LA comedians are still not back to like working at all or doing touring or shows or anything like that.
So they're not
And
getting any money.
no, right. I mean, same thing with musicians. They're
Yeah.
especially like the metal community. They're so fucked right now because they like scrape by on tour income. But yeah, like even like halfway famous stand-up comedians, they get fair pay. They're getting by. But they said they're getting offers for like tiny shows, like 10-person shows. They say those are harder to like control and do a good set on than like a 500 person or 5,000 person show because it's like
Not as
this.
many people.
Yeah, it's like if there's the crowd mentality of 5,000 people there that want to laugh,
Yeah.
then one person can set off 1,000,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then you can just hone in on that. When it's 10 people and you just got that one awkward fuck in the back that's
Yeah.
chuckling at every single line you're saying, and
I
everyone else
can
is just deadpan.
I can see it.
So yeah, that's why Francesca hates you right now and is not cheering for you because it's just
Probably.
her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
true. Yeah, it's not big.
If she had all of her friends with her, then maybe we'd get like a live crowd reaction.
Yeah, I'm sure they would love that.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna see them here in a couple hours. We're gonna go out for pizza, meet up with her one, two, three friends, one other boyfriends. We're gonna go get pizza, beer.
Noise.
Yeah,
Oh fuck. I'm so
yeah,
jealous of you. I
I
forget. I
know.
forget that like. Well, you're 20. Oh my God, you can
Yeah, I
legally
know.
do that here within the next 365 days.
Yeah, I know. It's not any different than when I was 19 though, because it's still legal.
Yep, yep, yep. So it kind of
Yeah,
sucks for now, but you're closing in that gap. Do
yeah,
you think
me.
you'll become a bar person? Do you
No,
think you'll become the alcoholic of the family that everyone's disappointed in?
no, no. I'm a beer
Um,
connoisseur, dude, but I don't. I'm not an alcoholic. There's a difference.
craft beers?
Yeah, I mean, I love European beer is insane. Last night we had some. It was in a big bottle, like seriously, like a mini wine bottle with a cork. I've never seen that before, and 6.5% alcohol, which was quite a bit compared to American.
I don't know what American wine is like.
Well, for beer,
Oh, beer? Why did I
it's
think
like
you were talking about?
either four and a
Oh,
half
it's beer, but
percent.
like with a wine cork. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Gotcha. That is high for a beer. I mean,
And it was
compared to the
good,
others.
dude. But I only like lagers, like white beer, like what they call blonde beer here, rather than like an ale, the dark. The dark beer is
Uh,
it's bitter and it doesn't sit well in my stomach.
See, I'm drinking black coffee right now. For some reason, I feel like ale would be more my. I don't know what word
I'm a
I'm looking
coffee
for.
dude.
What's up? You drink
I'm
black
I'm
coffee?
a straight black. Yeah, they tell me bravo whenever I say no sugar with my coffee.
Oh, that's so cute. Brr, brr, with the little.
Bravo.
Is there the tongue roll though? I thought you did the tongue
Yes,
roll.
yes.
Brr,
Bravo.
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 That's fucking cute.
Bravissimo.
I kind of
Yeah, this
remember that.
morning. What?
Go ahead.
Oh, this morning we went to the local cafe bar here in town, and the most like Italian moment I've ever had here. Okay, so in Italy, they're pretty like laid back as far as work. Like, I mean, in America, people just go, go, go all the freaking time. No matter what day it is, people are just always working. In Italy, like working is laid back, especially like in the South. Like literally, shops will open up at like in the afternoon, evening time, and then close down like around midnight, because that's just how they are. And so we were getting some. I had a cappuccino. What did you have, Francesca? Macchiato, and this lady comes in. She was working in the like the marketplace just next door. It's just her that owns this place. She's a cash register. We saw her when we were going in, and we sat down. Next thing you know, she comes in, gets a coffee, and drinks it with us. And there, meanwhile, her store is open, and there's people shopping in her store, but she's in another store drinking a coffee, and like people are like, like we need to check out. She's like, arrivo, arrivo, like I'm coming, I'm here.
I
She
wonder
just did not care. I mean, she's from Sicily, so which is like
that
the
tiny
most
little
laid
baby bitch
back,
island.
like do not work.
That's
They just enjoy
interesting.
life.
Do you
Yeah,
think that that's a positive or a negative thing about our country that we are so stressed to like always be grinding and doing hard work and doing like productive stuff? Do you think it
I
leads
like
to
that.
more you
I
like
like
it?
it. Yeah,
Okay.
I,
I
I
was
enjoy
wondering
getting out and working.
yeah, yeah. But I was wondering if like I mean, you still put in the same amount of hours, but it's like don't stress the work. You'll get to them when you get there. I wonder if it is more conducive to work burnout if you're just always getting up and grinding for 8 hours a day, and then who knows?
I don't know.
Who knows? Well, I
I,
guess we are a. What is Italian government like? Are they a capitalist country?
there's
Yeah, but not
socialism.
as much.
I don't know what
No.
capitalism means.
Capitalist socialism, social
It's like
capitalism.
America, but not that much.
It's like a what?
America, but not that much.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like America is like the maximum of capitalism. Italy is capitalism, but not as much. Like we're like a little bit socialist too, in
Yeah.
some aspects.
Yeah,
Like I don't know.
a lot of taxes, but it pays for a lot of stuff. You know.
I was having this discussion the other day about, let me see if I can reach that far back in my memory. That I was talking to my friend David. He's a drummer. We go hike every now and then. About how he mentioned that sometimes the people think they know what they want, but they don't. Like for I guess speaking in a democratic and more welfare state kind of way, or maybe even kind of socialist. And at the time, I sort of agreed with that, but but then the more I thought about it, it's like, well, why wouldn't the people themselves know more what they want than these bullshit, like that bullshit senator from Ohio or whatever does for like the entire land of people? All these like random bullshit legislators and people in the Senate and the House is like they don't know better than what we need. But then I continued thinking from there. Have you or I ever directly benefited from the government at all? Can you think of?
No.
Yeah. So
No.
why do we even think to like even try in politics and elect people that we give a shit about, because it's never going to benefit us. There's no
It typically,
politician that's
I
going to.
mean, that's whenever you go. I feel like the only thing you really can vote for that will affect you is as far as like education systems, and like that seems to be like the like as far as when we had Brown back versus now that we have Kelly. I
Mhm.
mean, you switch off one for the other. Brown back was a conservative. He stood up for I mean, he was conservative, but he did not necessarily help the education system at all. Now you have Laura Kelly, who really helps the education system, as far as I know. I really don't know her policies. I don't really care because I'm not in school.
Theoretically, right.
I mean, universities don't really go off of that. But she's far left,
Mm.
so it's like, I feel like education, as far as local type stuff, that's about as good as it gets. I don't
That could be
know. I
true.
mean,
I feel
other than
like
that, I can't think of anything.
you have a point there. I feel like perhaps maybe we get too caught up in the hype of presidential elections and even Supreme Court judges, senators, representatives
Yeah.
at a federal level. But if we paid more attention, maybe not even at state, but at like city level,
County, yeah.
yeah,
County and city.
there could be more. It's still going to be subtle. There
Oh,
are
yeah.
going to be subtle differences, but it's not going to be anything to like. I've just stopped paying attention to politics. I think I texted you that the other day when, yeah, after the
Yeah.
debate, I was like, I'm
Yeah.
glad I don't have Twitter right now. That shit must be going fucking crazy. And I
Yeah.
assume it was.
And like, I didn't know what you're talking about. I didn't even know there was a debate because it was when I woke up that I read it. I get on Twitter after that. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And people are like, literally everyone is in agreement that the people that won the debate were the ones that didn't watch it and
Right.
weren't a part of it.
I'm the victor. I am the victor.
Man.
Yeah, that was funny about your time zone because the debate ended and then everyone just got in a fury, I assume, on Twitter. And then that's right when you woke up on
Yeah.
in Italy.
It's weird. It's hard to get used to. Like in America, like I don't really like social media. Like I think we've talked about this as far as like Instagram, I could go without Instagram. Twitter, I can go without any social media. Twitter, though, you're like, oh, I'm gonna delete this, and then you scroll through and you see a tweet, and you're like, why should I delete this if like this is funny, And it's like the first thing here when I wake up, I can go through Instagram real quick, Twitter, see it all, and I can not think about it throughout the course of the day because everybody else in America is sleeping. Like I don't follow anybody from over here.
Oh
So I
fuck.
wake up, I read it all and it would have been from about 4 in the afternoon to whenever people go to bed, which is when I wake up. So I see it all, and then I can forget about it until like right now, and it's 10:15. People are waking up, and it's I do like that aspect
Mm.
of the social media part being over here, but I can go without it.
Yeah, when you're back in the States, it's less of a thing that you really care about.
Yeah.
Do you get sucked in when you're back here?
Um. Honestly, not Instagram and Twitter as much as YouTube.
Fuck,
I,
YouTube's so bad.
like it's like you just get sucked into a wormhole, and like I might wake up, turn on a YouTube video, and then the next one plays, and the next one plays, and the next one plays. Like Instagram and Twitter, it's easy for me to just okay, close the app.
I've turned
I'm done.
off autoplay. I've like even small stuff like turning off autoplay on YouTube. That helps a lot for like the just constantly going down a rabbit hole of YouTube videos.
Yeah, I
Twitter, Instagram's such a nothing app. There, there's nothing to it, but it's also the most popular. It's like a handy tool for people who want to get big, but there's such nothing to it. It's all bullshit posts and pictures that people don't care about.
It's pretty like I've noticed when I was in early high school, I'd like everybody's picture. Like if it wasn't like a meme page or something, it was some actual person, I'd probably like the picture and just go on. I never really cared. Now it's like I just scroll, and if there's a sports one, I stop and read it. Like, oh, trade rumors, okay, and then I'm done.
I remember that back in middle school where you had my phone and you were going through Instagram and you were just liking every photo but on my account. And we were at like a softball game or something like that, or a baseball game. And you were just scrolling through liking every picture on my account. I caught you doing it. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you doing that? And then I saw you click a picture of my ex-girlfriend and like that. I was like, what the fuck? Why would you do that?
What?
It was in middle school, so it didn't matter that
Okay,
much.
I remember your ex-girlfriend at that time.
No. You're thinking a little too recent. I wonder if I can type it in the chat.
Initials, please.
I wonder if I can type it in chat and it not record.
Oh, surely it will. Okay.
Right.
Okay, yes.
And you clicked that, and I was like, motherfucker, why do you do that? And you were like, big deal, who cares? And I was like, we were like 2 seats away from her parents for some reason, and I was yelling at you about it, but like trying not to have a conversation about it and dropping her name. I was like, why would you do that? I gotta like now she thinks I'm weird because we've been not together for like 6 months, and I'm just now like scrolling through and liking all of her fucking pictures.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't, dude. I have no recollection from about fourth grade on to about junior year.
But that's interesting because when did we date? And I say date. This is middle school. It was just
Yeah,
whatever
like
the
hold
fuck
hands at lunch.
Yeah, maybe tops.
Did you even formally break up?
What's that?
Do we even have like formal breakups at that age? Just not talk to them. And that was the breakup.
Pretty much, you just ghost them. That's what I do now. If I get a match on Bumble, I don't give a shit. We'll talk for 5 minutes, and they're like, "Hey, you want to FaceTime or something?" I was like, "Sure," and then I just don't reply. I tell them yes, and then I just never look at their messages again. I may be an asshole.
No, not you.
Maybe.
Do they watch the podcast? So do you at least mention the podcast?
I should start mention. That should be my opener.
That's all you should do. Just match with everybody and then mention the podcast.
Well, that's kind of annoying because some people actually do that, but
Oh,
they're
really?
but they're like almost like business accounts. And like for new shows that are coming out, like you'll keep swiping and then some like hot character from a new show has a Tinder profile and you won't realize it's a character from a show and you swipe on her and it's an immediate match and it's like, "Uh-oh, you matched with me. I'm the new main character from fucking CW's next season of Vampire Diaries or whatever the hell." Um, while I'm not looking for an actual partner, I would appreciate it if you watched the show. I was like, shut the fuck
Give me
up.
money.
Yeah, give me money, bitches. Give me those views so that the network can pay me more.
Exactly.
Here's the thing, that actually works on people. That has to work on people,
Or else
right?
they wouldn't do it, I guess.
Right? What a weird form of advertisement.
Of course, then I think that's a good idea, and then I think about all the bots you see on all Instagram pictures, like of the big accounts. It's like it's so annoying. I don't want to be one of them.
I don't want to be a bot. I don't want to be a bot someday.
I don't want to be a bot ever.
Right. Um, I'm glad that, I mean, that's a new feature. I feel like with Tinder, I feel Bumble's had it for a while, but Tinder just released like a verification process so you can have that set in preferences just to make sure you don't match with bots. You only get
Uh,
verified profiles, but
uh,
I still never use it.
how do you verify a profile?
It's like they'll send you a picture, like they'll be like, take a picture of you with your thumb up posing with this weird fucking smile or like both your pinkies in your nose or dumb bullshit like that. And I was like, if you're doing dumb shit like that and you send us a picture, we'll verify your account. It's pretty simple.
Okay, so that way, like a computer or whatever can't match it, I guess.
Right. Slightly going
Okay.
back to Twitter, but on topic with this, I remember putting out a tweet that was something like, so you're telling me that robots
Oh,
can
yes,
fill
yes.
out what was it? It was something like you're telling me robots can fill out a username and password, but can't click on 3 pictures of a fire hydrant or whatever the hell.
Or click the "I'm not a robot" button.
Yeah, that's what it is. Robots can click the "I'm not a robot" button, but can't click on 3 pictures of a very vibrant red fire hydrant. I don't understand that.
No, I never understood it either. I mean,
Like,
I could understand the picture one, but when it's just like when you have to just click the box when there's nothing else other than the box that says "I'm not a robot." Like,
oh yeah, that
okay,
does happen sometimes, huh?
I don't know. It's weird,
Mm-hmm.
wacko.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm I think I'm gonna grow my hair out. I think I mentioned that at the top of my show. But zesty boy. Let me see if I can bring up a picture of where I want it.
Okay, dude. Sorry, I'm a sports fanatic. You know that.
Go ahead.
Cam Newton tested positive with the coronavirus.
Fuck.
They play the Chiefs this weekend, boys.
They're going through with it.
Well, I mean, yeah, he
He's not
can't
playing.
play.
Oh
He
shit.
can't play. Yeah.
So
I
we
mean,
may
of course,
murder the
now there's probably,
Patriots.
well, yes, unless the whole thing happens with like what happened with the Titans, and then you have like 16 people test positive, and then they got to cancel the game. And I'm a Steelers fan, so they were supposed to play this weekend, Steelers Titans, and it got moved because the game got canceled. Now it's moved to like week 7 or something.
Gotcha. I think my dad texted me and said something like so it's Chiefs and Patriots this weekend, right? Yeah, okay. My fucking mind's shit. I think Patriots have 1 touchdown on the Chiefs for this season. I don't know if you keep up with shit like that. Like they haven't
Yeah.
played a game together, but in the overall amount of touchdowns that each team has
Oh,
gotten,
okay.
Patriots
I
have
don't.
one more on the Chiefs.
I wouldn't know that. That's weird stats that I don't get
Yeah, I'm
into.
glad you don't keep up with that shit. Because
Like
I hear
I mean,
some of that stuff sometimes. It's like, well, yeah, why? Who cares? Why would I care? I
I
barely
like
watch
I
the
like
shit.
the whole like the numbers. Like they say, numbers don't lie. Okay, well, when you're comparing, who was it? The new, oh my gosh, I just forgot his name. Hurt. Oh my gosh, he was a Oregon quarterback, now plays for San Diego. He's a rookie. They say he's the first rookie with both a passing and a rushing touchdown in the first half in NFL history. Like,
Ooh,
whoa, he's gonna be legit. Justin Herbert, that's his name. He's, whoa, he had a touchdown running and throwing in the first half as a rookie.
uh-oh.
Like a bright future. It's like there's the or like LeBron made a left-handed pass to Rajon Rondo as I don't know
Big
in like
deal,
the third
right?
quarter
Right.
on 3 minutes left. I
And
don't
you're
care.
like, I did that like 5 times last season in high school, or a year ago in high school, or 2 years ago in high school. How the fuck far out are we?
It's already two
You're,
years.
has it been 2 years? No, it's been like a year and a
This is our
half.
second school year out.
Is it?
Yeah, I
Fuck.
know. I just realized that like last month.
Oh
I'm like,
yeah, we would have started
it's already our second school year. It's only
2018.
2020, but it's our second school year.
I have no perception of time from how distanced I am from school since I
I'm like,
graduated early and have
I'm,
not stopped college since then.
that is true. You have had it a little different. Yeah,
Yeah,
you haven't had the like most, not the most cookie cutter type high school experience.
I think that's good for me.
Well, let's see, was it no, junior year? You about got your thumb cut or your finger cut off.
Yeah, my index.
Um,
And I was the one
yeah.
handed drummer that girls thought was hot. I found that out at a basketball game, by the way. I was
Yeah.
with a different girlfriend, the most recent. Okay, so you know
Okay.
her.
Okay. Okay.
And so I don't want to like keep what you're thinking about on tap because I want to run back to that.
Yeah.
But I saw like sometimes teams have photographers, right?
Yeah.
And so I saw the other team, they were like taking pictures of the game, right, and whatnot. And I started seeing them taking pictures at weird fucking angles. I was like, what the hell are they up to? And I saw them. So you know how the pep band was like on the far side of the
Yeah.
gym, and then
Yeah.
there's those doors. They were just keep on like sneaking up the side of the building, like creeping up closer to our like the Wetmore pep band side of the
Okay.
stadium or whatever, and they had their camera just fully sideways and pointed at me, but they were looking forward at the game as I was drumming. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And then like 5 minutes later, they came up and waved at me and then giggled and ran away. But my girlfriend at the time, they didn't see her raging silently next to me for the next like 20 minutes because they did that. It's
That
like
could happen.
you can't exist and like girls can't think you're cute if you're in a relationship. So from that point on, I made a conscious effort to look ugly, and I
To
started
be
shaving
ugly.
my head and only
Yeah.
wearing a mustache, and that's it.
Yes. I think that's the way to go.
Yeah. Well, now I'm not in a relationship because of it, but
Yeah. But you're happy, right? I mean,
I mean, we can talk about that another time. Anyway,
yeah.
what were you talking about?
It went from you about losing your ability to bend your finger and play the guitar for the rest of your life to summer vacation and you almost died from
Oh,
uh
fuck! You remember that?
well, yeah, because you had to freaking take pills every day in
Oh my
business.
god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, and you were like dying. I'm like, I'm gonna lose my best friend, and well, not really, but well, I didn't think I was actually gonna lose you, but I thought I wasn't gonna see you as much. And then you said you're gonna graduate a semester. I'm like, whatever,
I forgot
whatever.
about that. That must have been a depressing time for anyone who gave a shit about me.
Yeah, it was, dude. Yeah, and
Cause
then you like cut your head, and not cut your
I
head, cut
cut
your
my head.
hair,
I took a knife to my
and
head. I
yeah,
scalped myself.
like I thought you were like dying of leukemia, and then it
I
turns out
definitely
you
look like that.
breathed in some bad air at a hayfield.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. We still don't know what it is. And
Really?
I don't get it checked anymore, but there's some little baby bitch nodules in me that maybe can turn into cancer at some point. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, ooh. I was gonna say uh-oh, but it turned into ooh, ooh.
Oh my goodness.
But as long as I'm asymptomatic, they don't check it. So,
Uh,
yeah. Um, but yeah, I forgot about that. I was like, I think I was wearing like oversized hoodies, and sometimes I just show up in sweatpants, and I just looked
yeah,
like shit during that time.
yeah.
I looked
I
and
mean,
felt
you
like
still
shit.
function the same, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I was just tired all the time because
You were, you really were.
like you mentioned that you thought like you were gonna lose your friend, but like legitimately in the hospital when I was there for 2 weeks, my parents thought that that was what was gonna happen. They were preparing for if I didn't recover from that. I was like, holy shit, guys! I'm miserable in the hospital with randomly occurring blood clots. I'm not even that worried about it. Calm down.
I would have come to your funeral. I mean, I would have been there for you.
Yeah, I won't be there for you, baby.
Oh, thanks, thanks, man.
Yeah. Where are you gonna get buried? I might show up. I'll probably
See,
if I get the invite.
I
I feel like I'm not close enough to your family to get an invite.
um, you know, you don't have to get invited to a funeral, right?
I feel like you do.
No.
Do you not? Do you just show up?
If I, yeah, you just show up to a funeral. You don't have to, wedding. It's not a wedding. It's not
They're
like you're getting
similar. It's the
knighted.
end of your life, definitely.
Yeah. Or so why would anybody care about sending out invitations? That would be like the worst thing to have to do. Oh, my mom died. Now I have to send out invitations to people to come to the funeral.
Do you really not send out invitations?
No.
What if there's someone there you don't want to be at the funeral?
You suck it up and realize that they're paying their respects, like they're
But what if
remembering
they're a
you.
pedophile? What if they raped your newborn? That was dark, huh?
They would probably be in prison.
Yeah, but what if they didn't get caught? You know? Or what? No, like I'm not
Then
just
you
saying a what
probably
if,
wouldn't
but
be
like
mad at them. You probably, if they weren't caught, then you that means you probably don't know. Therefore, you can't be mad at them.
this is too much of a hypothetical. I'm out.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
bowing
So,
out.
all in all, you do not have to send out invitation cards to somebody's funeral.
That's insane.
I know, but yeah. I mean, you are invited. You know, if something happens, even though invitations aren't necessarily required, I want you to know you are invited.
Hold on.
Uh,
Let me get that. Let me catch that. Hold on. All right. I got my phone out. I'm going to set this
okay.
to my favorites. I'm going to record you saying this and set it to my favorites just so I know later on in life that I am invited. I am one of
Okay.
those kind of guys that people will say, open invite, come over to my house whenever the fuck you want. But I never show up unless I have an actual invite because it's like, what if I like walk in and they're jerking off or something? Or uh,
What friends do you have?
what do you mean?
Who would do that?
Who would jerk off?
Who would invite somebody over to the house
No, but if
anytime?
it's go ahead, finish
People
your thought.
say if people say anytime, I come over anytime. I do not care.
No,
If
it's a
they say
me thing.
it,
It's
they
not a
mean
them thing.
it. Why? You have an overactive imagination. You
I
live in
think
the
I do.
hypothetical way too much, my friend.
I think I do. I think about fighting pedophiles at funerals and my friends jerking off in our rooms. Okay, but
Because they
I
said come over anytime.
right. I need the video footage of you telling me
Okay.
I can attend your funeral. I am rolling.
Said come to my funeral if I die.
Good enough. That bit's
It's not
over.
an invite, it's an order.
Okay, I think I
But
can.
to answer your question, I don't know where I'd be buried. Like I so my grandparents and my dad's, they know where like they have the place reserved in the cemetery. And it's
Okay.
like, do I want to be like do I want to be with my dad's family or do I want to be with my mom's family? Because they're like 200 miles apart. That's what I have to decide.
That's on you. I guess that's good that that's on you, but that seems like a
Well,
big
I
decision.
don't. Well, I guess it doesn't have to be on me, but at the same time, I don't want my parents to like fight over it. I would probably.
No, that
I
would be
would.
funny. Like if there were a heaven, if I could just look, if I could die and then look down on my separated parents bitching at each other about like where
That's
to
why
bury me, that would be funny.
in high school, or it wasn't in high school, in like middle school, I remember I was like, I had this dream that something bad, I died, and I couldn't tell my mom that I loved her, and it was like a nightmare for like a week that I had. It was so bad. I was so worried to die, and I'm like, what happens if I die? Like, where will I be buried? And as I was driving I was riding at the time from moms to dads or dads to moms, whatever. I'm like, why don't I do it? Why don't I get buried in Linden? That way it's halfway. Because that's where my parents meet to pick me up.
Hmm.
I just get buried in Linden. That way everybody has to travel the same distance to see
Just
me
like on the side of the highway, or what?
in a cemetery. But
Is
then I'm
there
like, every Memorial Day, I don't want to have to people, like, everybody to have to drive a collective an hour and a half sometimes.
right?
So it was just a lot of bad thinking on my part as a sixth grader.
This was in sixth grade. You were worried about death in sixth grade.
Sixth or seventh, yeah.
Jeez, dude.
Dude, I had a bad dream, I'm telling you. It haunted me.
And I just laughed all the way through it because that sounds
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
It was, yeah. I couldn't tell my mom that I left her. It was bad.
eh, eh, eh. Who cares?
Whatever.
Whatever, dude. Did I? Oh, I haven't gotten back to this. So I think I'm growing out my hair because I'm in a midlife crisis, and I keep growing it out and keep shaving it off, and then doing nothing with it. And I don't know what the fuck I should do. So I talked to someone. There's uh oh alert.
Uh-oh.
There's this very nice person I've been talking to recently that has been keeping me happy in my life, who may or may not be a
What's the name?
female. Shut the fuck up. Nothing wrong with being gay, but that's not me, baby.
Condemnation, but okay.
Hmm?
Condemnation.
Yeah. Go to.
To
Not
each
to
their own, I
sidetrack.
guess.
Not to sidetrack. Not to sidetrack. I feel like if is a heaven and hell, I'd want to go to hell because I feel like they know how to party harder. Like everything up in
Oh.
heaven is just like such nice and pristine, and it's like I've never sinned. But in hell, everyone's like snorting
But
coke
that's
and like, what's up?
number one, everybody's sinned. Number two, Coke gives you a euphoric high, making you feel good. Do you think there'd be Coke in hell, Seth?
Yeah, I think so because coke is a sin on earth. Coke is a sin on earth. Why not like all the fun sins
I
down
guess
in
you
hell?
do.
I've
You
been
live
a
in the
pretty
hypothetical. I
I
forgot.
do. I
Yeah.
do. I do. I've lived a pretty
I do.
good life so far. Like I'm a pretty good person.
Yeah. I
I'm not
mean,
an asshole. I'm kind of an
I don't think
asshole.
you snort lines.
I don't snort lines. Why not just like grant me eternal partying abilities? I don't party. I don't really like parties. But send me to hell and let's do coke and just get fucking crazy, you know? I feel like you don't agree with that. Anyway, there's
See
this
you on the flip side.
special lady. That's an inside joke that you don't get. Um, in my life that I came to and was like, I'm having a hair freak out. I don't know what to do. And so we decided, she's my coke dealer, by the way.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
that what I would do is, because the long hair too fucking long, too much maintenance. I can't deal with it. Short hair,
But
I
you
look
do realize long hair, you can cut the long hair to make it shorter.
as I did. As I
Okay,
did.
but you don't have to go from one extreme to the next.
Yes, I do. You don't like. Do you not know me? That's just me. I've had like I have 6 different transformations a year. I'm 6 different people in 1 year. Look in our senior yearbook. I was only there for like 5 months. You'll see 4 different versions of me. You really will. So we was like, I'm freaking out. I can't do the long hair. It's too much maintenance. Fuck this. I can't do the short hair. I look stupid. So we decided. I do. So we decided that I would go for. Let's go to the Photos app. I hope. This is a picture of Abby and I. We had Abby on the podcast a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
We went to prom junior year because her boyfriend couldn't go. So I was a good friend. I was like, I'll let you have this experience. So look at that hair. Look at that fresh
I like
stud.
that hair. And you can grow out your mustache and beard better too.
Right. Because when it's too long, I feel like I look a little homeless.
Yeah, I would agree.
But also when it's short, everyone pays attention to it more. So you have to do more upkeep to the beard and make sure it looks like super fucking nice. And it's like, I can't deal with that. Look at how nice I look. I forgot I looked like that ever.
Yeah, you look good. If you would have shaved your beard and mustache with that hairdo, you'd have been
I'm not shaving my fucking beard and mustache. I think I'll always have at least a mustache.
At least.
At least.
You go all Amish like I'm doing. Except, I mean, not by choice, but you just
do
can't
the
see my
opposite
mustache.
and shave the mustache.
Just have a chin strap.
Do you remember that Austin guy from like Jackson Heights, who in like sophomore year had that Amish beard?
I think he still does.
I'm sure he does, but no, I'm saying it started like his sophomore year. He's had it from like a young age, and it was like a solid beard. Do you remember?
He sweats a lot.
You know who has a great beard that pisses me off that he has a great beard?
Where does he go to school?
Sabetha.
Is he Corey?
Corey. He has an incredible fucking beard.
And it's still great.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's aging. It's not going to get worse.
Like, he's had it since like 8th grade, dude. It's been amazing.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful man. Beautiful guy, Corey.
An amazing dude, you know?
He's fun to be around.
I was so scared. Like, you know, starting football at a new school, you know, I knew I wasn't going to get to play much. And you were talking about how cool Corey was and Elliot. And then I got to meet them. Like, you are ginormous.
Oh, they're huge.
Like, you don't like me. And Corey is like a teddy bear.
Oh, yeah, no.
And no matter how often I see him, it could be like every 2 years or every week, he still talks to me like the same.
Yeah, we would go to like Sabetha like once a year for some bullshit get together or like suicide talk. Like, don't jump off the San Francisco Bridge, kids, or else you'll end up like me going to middle schools and high schools talking about me trying to kill myself. And that's my only career option because everyone else thinks I'm going to kill myself at my workplace. Anyway, so we'll go to one of those like once a year. And like I'll see him there and he just picks up conversation like we stopped talking like yesterday.
Yeah.
He's such a good kid. I feel like do you know what he's doing now? Is he in
I have no idea.
I think Elliot's at K-State?
Elliot's playing football for K-State.
Yeah, K-State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then well, I don't know if you really were good friends with anybody else.
Not really, just a lineman.
I was gonna say you're a lineman, so.
Fuck, I want a last name. Oh well.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, Coy. He's at Washburn, I think, playing linebacker.
Do you remember that time he leveled that kid and gave him a concussion just from like impact?
Yeah, absolutely. I remember that like it was freaking yesterday. Was that
I forget who we were playing.
Harry LeCompton?
That's very possible.
I don't know, but I remember him lighting somebody up.
Yeah. He's one of those kids you look at and you don't think he's as strong as he is.
Well, now,
I haven't seen
yeah,
him recently.
yeah. I mean, college, he's he's gotten pretty muscular. I mean, not like shredded like bodybuilder type stuff, but like looking at
Right,
him,
right.
I do not want to mess with you.
Well, back in middle school,
Yeah,
he had that
yeah,
freak strength. He had that like
yeah.
where are you
Well,
hiding at? Where all
you
is
don't
all
say
this?
retard strength because you wasn't a retard.
Well, that's Shane.
Oh,
Uh oh.
oh,
Uh
oh.
oh.
R.I.P. Bro. Ah,
He's a
how
good
is he?
kid. What's
I
up?
haven't seen I haven't seen him since he left when
He
we
does
played
a
football.
he does a weird thing where let me go to my messages with him.
Man,
He
yeah,
does.
I forgot about him.
He's a good kid. I mean, fuck. Where's my messages with him? Shane. There he is. Gotta bleep that
Oh, yeah,
name too.
I forgot his last name. Yeah,
Oh, I
trying to think.
deleted all my messages for him. Probably for a good reason. He does this thing where he'll just send me videos of like they're attempts at being memes, but at the end of the day, it's just pornography. Like just like I can't even think of a good situation. Oh shit. He did two really weird things. He'd send me like pornography and just like I would be staring down a woman's,
Okay.
her baby maker for a solid like 2 minutes. I was like, what? Why? Is there something to this? I mean, it's got this like top text, bottom text, like it's a meme, but it's like I'm just staring at a woman's pussy. I don't get it. And then the other thing he would do is he would send me videos of horrific accidents and deaths of like driving down the highway and you hit the center divider and go through and then like the center divider gets stuck in the front of your head and comes out the back and you're in the hospital and your face doesn't look like a face anymore. I was like, why are you sending me this, dude? Why? But like I never brought it up. I just gave him the pass because he's got that retard strength and he'd fuck me up if I ever fought him on the issue. He's a good kid. He's a good kid.
That was the biggest like switch up of all time.
Yeah. I mean, you can talk shit
He's a
on
good kid.
people you love.
As long as you say that they're a good kid afterwards.
He is. He genuinely is a sweetheart.
No, he is. Yeah, I agree. I only met him or knew him for like a month, and then he moved.
Oh, really? Did you ever
Yeah,
play football against him? Like,
yeah.
I mean, at practice, obviously. Oh, we
Um
did play
we
against
played a
him
game against him. I don't
after
know
he
about
moved.
practice. Yeah.
He does have that retard strength. He's not muscular. He's but he's got that hidden strength. Like anytime I was on the line against him, I was just by looks definitely a bigger person than he was. He would push me back. He would like fuck me up and he would throw me back. He would get me into the
Dude,
backfield. Is that a
that.
phrase people say? Get me into the backfield. I don't pay
Oh yeah,
attention.
push you into the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that reminded me in my senior year. Of course, we had nobody to practice against. Like, I don't like saying it. It was just me. Okay, and Mason. Okay, Mason. Do you know Mason and John Michael? They both went off to the military. Did you know
Mm-hmm.
that?
Yep.
Okay, I was just okay. Side note, but Mason. It was their first year playing football, and we're on kickoff return. We're practicing, and the people who aren't on kickoff return had to like act like they were going to tackle us. Well, coach never blew the whistle. Like he always like blows it before like anybody touches each other because we don't want to get hurt. We'd hate to act like we're in a game situation. And but he didn't blow the whistle, and Mason's running up to me, and I level him, and like he just flattens out, and of course I thought it was pretty funny, and he got mad, like walking around, just breathing through his nose, whatever. We go to Hanover, and like the reason why I like hitting people like that in practice, even if they're on my team, as long as I don't like hurt them, is because that's what happens when you play teams like Hanover. And the opening kickoff, they kick to me, and I'm running, and all I see or hear, I guess, is just like two cars colliding, and I'm like, oh god, somebody just died. But I kept on running till I got tackled, whatever. I look back, Mason's on his hands and knees, he's got his helmet on, and I look over and there's two earpieces, like the pieces that snap into your helmet
Right.
got blasted out and they got thrown away. He starts crawling off.
It was that hard of a hit.
Oh, dude, it was so loud. And I watched it over and over and over on the film.
I was gonna
It
say,
was,
did you get that clipped out and sent to you so you could just cherish it forever?
well, I did. I had to delete it because I ran out of space. But
Ah,
oh my god,
bummer.
I watched it over and over. I mean, you just boom, and earpieces, just two earpieces just fly out of his helmet.
That's
He's just
comical.
on his hands and knees. Nobody, like, of course, people are like concerned, like from Wetmore, because they were too scared to hit anybody, so they were still standing up, and they're trying to like help him out. And he starts crawling. Oh, it was the funniest thing.
How many games have you had to deal with puke on the field?
Oh, not very many. So I know Ethan Strauss threw up one time. I
Really?
threw up. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't happen actually a lot for me in high school. Like, I threw up once, um, out the back of the end zone.
Okay.
And I also I so I had like this. We were playing Onega, and they had this 6'2" kid, and I mean he was a running back and a linebacker, and that's I mean he'd rush for like 300 yards a game and get like all their tackles. And anyway, our center, your cousin, kept snapping the ball over my head, and I just had to get it and run, and just run for my life. And I ran for like 20 yards, and it was like me running the ball play after play after play because I could not hand the ball off to Kyler. And so they called coach was really good at calling the same exact play every time, and so he called the same play, and I'm like, Kyler, if I get this, I'm just no matter. I was supposed to be reading the defensive end, whether or not to give it to Kyler or keep it myself and run. I said, dude, I'm not feeling good. Whatever happens, I don't care where these people are on defense. I'm handing the ball off to you because I cannot run. Well, okay. He snaps the ball over my head. I have to run and get it, and I run to the left. Nobody's like I can't go anywhere. I run back to the right. Can't go there, but I cut up anyway, and I run all the way back to the left, and I get hit like in the side by that big dude's helmet, and I like just get up and I instantly run over and just puke all over the place. And coach was, Joel, get back in there. He was mad because I not only like I came off the field, but I took my helmet off, so I had to stay out for one play. And coach was so mad that I did that. Like I mean, do you not
You don't
see
want to have to.
what
You don't
happened?
have to deal with like puke on your face card or whatever.
No, it was on my mouthpiece. There was really nothing good came
Uh,
out of that. Yeah, it was bad. The only time puke has happened on the field has been gross for me.
yeah, I remember. Like, do they usually clean it up? Right? They're supposed to.
No, not
No,
at
they just
football.
leave it there. Okay. I was gonna
Yeah,
say because the only time I remember dealing with it was in like where the hell was that? It would have had to been like someone south and east of us. Um, fuck, I don't
middle
even know
school,
what those schools are. It would have been in
middle
middle
school or high
school.
school.
It would have been in middle school. I remember
Perry
Perry's.
Lecompton,
I don't think it
Holton,
was. It wasn't that far. It was somewhere in between Perry and Holton. Anyway,
High, no, Iowa. Okay. Anyway,
I remember Perry was refing that game, and I think it was someone on the line. We were all on the line, and nothing was even happening, and he just puked all over the ground in front of us, and and like nothing happened, no cleanup. I guess I didn't know that was like the standard. But every time we came back to that spot like four times, and the linemen would always have to be like having their hands down like around the puke, so it wouldn't get in. It was disgusting. It was disgusting. But
uh,
yeah, he was one of those like the guy that did it. He was one of those huge like 300-pound like brick walls types of guys. Who? How
that's
do people
funny.
get that way in like middle school?
When they're 12.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
really.
don't know. I don't know.
That's crazy.
I don't know. But when I was in London, we Francesca and I were trying to come to Italy, and we had to take a bus, like a charter bus thing to not a charter bus, whatever bus to take us to the airport. And all of a sudden I kind of hear something and I look to my left and there's this dude. Of course, I was sitting sideways along the bus. I looked at the bus towards the front, and all of a sudden, I'm hearing something, and then I look and I see him throwing up, and it's just liquids, dude. Like, oh, I mean, it went on for like probably a couple minutes, right, Francesca? It was disgusting, and then you smell beer. I'm like, oh my god, and it like ran all over the floor of the bus.
Yeah,
It was
going everywhere.
it was disgusting. We had to like step around it as we were going out.
In the back.
Liquid puke is definitely worse than chunky, late night dinner puke.
There was
Yeah.
so much. Like,
It was a lot.
how can you even have that much liquid in you?
I have no idea how he could have had that much. It was disgusting.
It's got to be like an amount of it's got to be just like bile or naturally occurring like acid.
Yeah, I won't describe
Stomach
what
acid.
I saw other than that detail, but yeah, it was not good.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the third week in a row I've talked about it. But when I puked hiking the other day,
Yeah.
it was one of those mostly liquid pukes. I was like, what the fuck? I had a full breakfast before this. Where's all the food? But it was all just like the water and coffee and orange juice that I had like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, probably not a good pregame. Imagine that before every football game. You slammed a full breakfast and then had coffee, orange juice, and like 2 bottles of water.
See, when I threw up that time that I was telling you about, we had chicken Alfredo and Doritos.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that. I feel like I don't want to eat before I do stuff. Like very physical stuff. Like not even a little bit. Even though I think you're supposed to. Like
I like
maybe just
snacks
like a
before I
protein
eat.
bar.
Yeah, but not a meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like I don't even want to touch a protein bar.
Weird. I don't know.
I gotta stop eating before I
Could
go
you just
out.
stop eating altogether?
I might do that.
Good.
Joel. Okay. I'm gonna speed something up.
Okay.
Real quick. A little special thing. On my phone, real quick.
How much time do we have?
Oh yeah, how long until you have to go?
1 hour. Oh, we have 1 hour. Okay.
You have an hour. Oh, beautiful.
Well, I mean, like, I still need to get ready, but it's all good.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, we can wrap this up pretty soon. But there's a thing we wanted to do. I put a random number generator on from 1 to 59 for this bit we want to do. 1 to 60, excuse me. And it landed on 58. The longest we could push out the bit possible. So I'm going to speed that up 10 minutes. We're not going to do it now, but get ready for it shortly.
Oh, what is it? Keep you thinking. Keep your wheels turning.
We have.
Could it be what is Joel really good at?
What is Joel really good at? Fuck you. You're good at. I'm so pissed off. You're good at everything.
Dude, that was a rhetorical question. You're not supposed to.
No.
It's not supposed to get people pissed off. It's supposed to get people excited for what they're about to hear.
I feel like I wonder how many people listen to this that don't know you.
Tens.
Tens. Right. I guess I'm thinking. I wonder what the percentage is. I guess I should be asking because we have like 2 listeners. How many people don't know that you're legitimately just good at everything you touch? And it's annoying.
Not.
That's what good people say.
College. Okay. There's a difference between high school and college, my friend. College has shown me that I suck at everything.
College will fucking level you. College will put you in your place.
Will humble you.
Incredibly. I thought I'd come out here and become a rock star in 2 seconds. Holy shit. It's like I've taken like 4 massive. I'm like the tiny petite girl in a massive like 4-way gangbang, and I just keep getting
Okay.
balls slapped in my chin and in my cheeks, and I'm just crying. I'm sitting there crying, but it's like a production, and so the crying's kind of hot, but it's like I feel like shit.
No, I'm listening. She showed
So
me a video.
okay, I was gonna say, is that a good visual? Does that make sense for how I
I
feel?
mean, I definitely had the visual like about 10 seconds into your
Yeah, but I
description.
had to really like we have like I'm gesturing. We have audio listeners though. Like
Oh, that is
they
true.
might
Okay.
not understand that I feel like I'm just getting a cock down my throat at all times, and I'm crying, and my mascara's running, and everything sucks. But someday I know I'll become a big star because of it. Ew. Uh-oh, we got a
Yeah,
quick.
I still don't know if I have those like that know that I'm gonna make something. You know?
Uh-oh. You know what time that is. It's the Florida it's this new joke. It's this new bit that Joel wants to do. And I have no setup for it other than it's the Florida dad joke on this day in history. Let's go,
Yes.
Joel. Take it away,
All
my
right.
boy.
So on this day in history, October, is it the 3rd? Make sure I have, okay. It is the 3rd.
It's a third.
In Florida, a 26-year-old man has been charged with practicing unlicensed distance dentistry and making grills. This was in 2018. Police say that Alan Turner had been making custom molds for dental grills at his home. He said he was unaware that what he was doing was illegal, and he considers himself more of a jeweler. The Florida Department of Health visited his house to instruct him to stop, and he says he obeyed. He was fined $1,000 but arrested several weeks later after the state's attorney office declined or decided to file charges against him. And the legend has it that when he was put in the back of the cop car, there, you know, the cop put the car in reverse to exit out the driveway, and he said, "You know what? This takes me back."
To what?
He put it in reverse, and this takes.
Stop.
There's a
That's the
Florida
dad
dad
joke?
joke.
That's the dad joke?
Yeah,
Also, did you say grills? I mean, I feel like that whole story
yeah,
didn't hit if I didn't. I feel like
grills. I the first time I read it though, I was really confused because I thought it meant like charcoal grills, and I'm like, I don't know what's
you're so
illegal about
white. You're so
charcoal
white.
grill. And then a grill is like, when they put gold in their teeth. Yeah, it's a grill. Or
Yeah.
diamonds or something.
Francesca's cool. She knows what grills are. You don't have to tell
They
her.
have real fashion. That's fake fashion in America. Real fashion is clothes and Gucci bags.
Gucci bags and depression for having no money left in your account after you bought that Gucci bag. That's meaningless, and it's meaningless materialism. Did I just upset her? Does she really want a Gucci bag?
No, she doesn't want. I don't think she wants a. Do you want a Gucci bag?
No, especially if it has the Gucci. Right?
She doesn't
Like if you have to buy something expensive, you then have to show it. That's the rule.
If you have to buy something expensive, what?
Yeah, you can buy the stuff with the.
You don't have to
brand
show it.
on it.
Like like they were saying, like a lot of wannabe rich people, the Gucci people, they'll buy like everything is Gucci t-shirts. It says Gucci on it, Gucci everywhere. But they actually make clothes like Louis Vuitton and Gucci product. They have stuff that is like it's their brand, but it looks like you'd know that those are the people actually know style when they're not doing it for the name. They're doing it for
Right.
that's
No,
what
I
I
see.
think he's getting at. Yeah. And another one of that was a bad dad joke. I was trying to find a way to transition it.
We did that an hour in.
Put my
We did
car in
that an
reverse
hour
and
in.
it took me back. Actually I have another one. Can you still see me? I exited or I made it small, but I don't know
I
if you
see
can
you.
see.
I see you,
Okay.
baby boy.
Let me get to the other one. Okay. The job interviewer. Okay. He says at the start you'll be earning about 20,000 pounds. This is in England. Said later you should be increased to about 40,000 pounds. I said okay, I'll come back later.
You're too much of a dad for me. You're too much for a dad for me, Joel. These aren't hitting.
Oh my gosh, whatever.
Yeah, that was
Francesca got it, huh?
fun.
I think I'm
Then
dumb.
I actually did look up on this day in history, like some Florida dude thing was a real deal.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
in 1995, O.J. Simpson was found not guilty of murdering his ex-wife.
See, no,
So
that's the stuff I want to hear. And
yeah,
then
and one that might surprise you, it really surprised me. Um, American singer and songwriter Gwen Stefani um, was born, but guess what year?
Gwen Stefani, she's probably older than she looks because she's, in the entertainment world. She's been around. How long has she been doing stuff? Can I ask that before I guess what year she was born?
The 90s
The
is
90s.
when she started, like when she started coming to fame.
I'm gonna guess 73, 1973.
1969.
Jeez, really?
Yeah,
She's that old?
yeah, she's 51.
Yeah, she doesn't look 51. In my
No, she
mind,
does
when I
not.
think of her, she does not look
Gwen
51.
Stefani. 1 second. I'm gonna look her up for Francesca. Gwen Stefani.
Oh.
Okay, and then let's see. On this day, 1960, the Andy Griffith Show debuted.
I've
What a
never
bang
watched
that
the
is.
I've never
Oh
watched the
my,
Andy Griffith show.
dude, every day at work, my boss, 92, every day at lunch, it's on at 12:30. We had to watch Andy Griffith Show.
Hmm.
Oh, it was amazing. Let's see.
I was gonna say
Richard the
don't use.
First.
I was gonna say don't use up all your this day in history bits right now, but I was like, it's gonna change for every
For
day
every day.
in
Yeah.
history. So use it. Go nuts, baby. Also,
Okay.
are you covering up your mic with your thumb by chance right now?
Mm, does that help?
Maybe a little bit.
I was
March on, trooper.
all right. Richard the First, on his way to Jerusalem during the Third Crusade, invaded a hostile Sicily and took the key city of Messina.
Oh my gosh.
That was in 1190.
Fuck them up. But what did they have back then to fight with in 1190?
Swords, duh.
Did they have swords in 1190?
Yeah.
Like
Bro,
wooden
they had.
swords?
they already.
You do realize they had like swords in like 2000 BC, 4000 BC?
No, I don't realize that. I don't pay attention to history.
You definitely from Cali, bro.
Yeah, from Cali,
1535,
definitely.
1535, the first complete English Bible came off the press in Zurich or in Cologne, Germany.
Zurich. That's a cool name.
Zurich, I've been there
Have
actually.
you? Where's
Yeah,
that at?
in Switzerland. Because that was when the coronavirus happened, and I had to take a train from Chiasso, Switzerland, to Zurich, and then my card got declined and anything. Anyway, let's
so
see.
cool.
I know I about crap my pants. Let's see. There was another one I was gonna look up. Oh, when I was in London. How do I get back? Exit, minimize video. Okay, there we go. When I was in London, I wanted to go to the London Bridge. I'm like, this is a famous bridge.
I've heard it's falling down.
It's gonna be amazing. I know. I'm like, I have to check out if it's falling down, right? I can assure you that it is not, and that is
Really?
because I walked across it. Yeah, and as I was walking across the London Bridge, I looked to my right. About a mile down, I see another bridge with two towers on it. What I thought the London Bridge was, but it's not. The London Bridge actually looks like every other bridge in America and all across the world. That is actually the other one. The one I really wanted to see was the Tower Bridge. And in fact, the London Bridge, I was looking up some history about it because I'm a history buff and there's signs, so I had to read them. It was built in 1176.
Okay.
And it was originally, there's a picture of it and it had houses built on it. Like, it was a humongous bridge full of houses. I didn't realize this at the time when I kept reading. I didn't look at the pictures till afterwards, but it was destroyed in the Great Fire of London in 1666. So it was like 590 years old or something like that. I'm like, how does a bridge get destroyed in like by a fire? It was probably made out of stone, you know. Turns out, yeah, there was houses built on it. And it got rebuilt, and now it looks completely normal. And it's a beautiful bridge now that I think about it. It's super wide, so you can walk, and I mean, um, like it's just clean. London is really clean. I was surprised at that.
Really?
Yeah, like
That's
downtown London.
that's nice to hear.
Yeah,
Because I'm
and
stuck in this trash pile. It's good to think that there's other cities that aren't disgusting. I
yeah,
might have to visit London someday.
it's amazing, and you can freaking talk to them because it's English. So
Right.
that was really
They might say
fun.
dumb shit every now and then that like I don't
Yeah,
understand. But that's slang.
yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, so the London Bridge. Okay, I don't know if you can see this or not. That is. Oh, can you see it?
It's too
Do I
bright,
need to?
but I see
Uh,
buildings. I see
what if
eh,
I do this?
not better. Can you send it to
Not
me
better.
and I can pull it up?
Yeah, or yeah. Um, I gotta do it really fast. Fast shoemaker.
Yeah,
Boom.
we're on a crunch time.
Um, I know. So that's what it actually looked like. That was a sketch. I don't remember the year that was made, but obviously before the fire. And then actually, so it goes across the River Thames, and I thought that was in like Germany, so that really kind of threw me for a loop as well. Um, and in that river, there are like lobsters, crabs. I keep forgetting this is like an ocean river, like saltwater. There's freaking seahorses in there, man. It was the dirtiest river I've ever seen in my life, but there was freaking seahorses in it.
In this river here that I'm looking at and trying to pull up, there's seahorses.
Yes,
I don't think I've ever seen a seahorse in my life.
I haven't either. Francesca did. She's cooler than me though.
She's so cool.
She's Italian.
Yeah, you're just a dumb
Like
American
she's got the
bitch.
touch. She's cultured. I am not.
So in
Yeah,
this, do you see my mouse?
yeah. That is a dirty river. Very dirty river. I'll send another picture of how dirty the river is
Okay.
if I took a picture of it and didn't delete it. But yeah, that's just some fun history that I wanted to share
Cute, cute.
because I want people to know awareness. You know, it is Awareness Month. Don't forget about breast cancer, but also don't
Or do.
get schooled when you go to London and realize you want to see the Tower Bridge instead of the London
Not the
Bridge.
London Bridge. The London Bridge is lame.
You want to see the Tower Bridge,
Tower
and
Bridge.
that is because number one, there's two towers on it, and it leads to the Tower of London, which is built in about 1,000 years ago, and it holds the crown jewels. The crown jewels,
I don't
man.
know what that means. I just think that means balls.
Yeah, I knew that that's what you're gonna think.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like the crown.
Of the
But it has
crown.
Crown.
jewels on the crown also.
Yes, the crown. Like the yeah.
What's special about the crown? I feel like there's a bunch of crowns
It's
out
been
there.
passed on for thousands of years. That whole thing.
Eh,
Yeah, yeah.
fuck your
But
history.
it's been like it's been a prison. It's been a palace. It's been like everything.
Ooh.
It's pretty cool. You can take tours, but not right now.
Do you remember? Oh, I'm fucking dying. Do you
No, I
remember?
don't remember.
Do you remember senior year homecoming? I don't know why the
Yes.
crown made me think of senior year homecoming, where there's like two pictures of homecoming in the yearbook because of me, because of some.
Yeah.
I thought it
Somebody
was
just
funny.
dressed up like a jackass.
Literally, haha, get it?
Yeah.
Because
Dad
I
jokes.
dressed up. Ooh, because I dressed up like Eeyore because I think homecoming is bullshit, and so is like
Eeyore from
prom.
Winnie the Pooh.
What's that? Oh yeah, Eeyore. She remembers. I ruined homecoming for her.
Yeah.
I like
No,
you.
she
It was
liked
nice.
you. She
Okay,
said.
I appreciate it. A lot of people didn't, and I thought that was so funny. So to set it up for the audience, um, people know what homecoming is. We all went out onto the field, all dressed up. I was one of the nominees. Surprisingly, I don't know how I got picked.
Me too.
Yeah, well, just because of the population of the school, it's a tiny school.
Yeah.
I was like one of the four options, and they had to pick three, and the other one fucks kids and is in jail currently, so he didn't get picked. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So I was their only other option. Why cry? Well, yeah, cry about the kids, not that he's in jail. That's what that was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what a bad situation. No, no, for him. Like, oh, poor guy.
You're
Like,
saying,
a sarcastic cry.
oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, why are you defending the rapist?
Bro, my jokes are just going over your head. They're too good for you.
They are.
Anyway,
It's too early. It's too
continue.
early. I think we need to do this in the afternoon after I like do a line or two.
Yeah, keep in mind, viewers, it's 9:15 for Seth, and what is it here? 6:15 p.m. for me. So,
Yeah, I haven't turned on for the day yet. Ever. I'm
okay.
never
Anyway,
going.
keep going.
So, it's too early. Let me think of where I was. We're out,
You set up the contestants
we're
at the
out there
beginning.
on the field, all looking like a bunch of cuties. We got our nice suits, we got our nice dresses on. I'm one of like six people out there, and because I decided that homecoming's bullshit, this doesn't matter. I dressed up like I had a onesie on that was Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. And I just thought it was this cute, dumb thing that I would do. I think I played drums in it all night too during pep band.
You did. Yeah.
Um, but like to the extent to which it pissed off the entire Wetmore crowd was it like knocked me out. I thought someone would chuckle, but I was looking into the audience. It was just silence. It was outside. There was wind. There was like, dogs barking or whatever the fuck. But that was the quietest I've ever heard. There was an announcer. Anissa was on the megaphone, but that was the quietest I've ever heard any outdoor outing ever be. Just because they were all staring at me with hate and vitriol. Because
Yeah.
I messed up their kids' homecoming. Who gives a shit? Who gives
Yeah,
a shit?
I didn't care. I'm like, is it weird? A little bit. I've never necessarily seen a guy dressed up as a donkey at homecoming.
Cool.
Francesca thought it was cool. It's like a
appreciate it.
passion thing, I think.
I think so. It would fly in Italy really well.
But I'm like, I was in the same boat as you. Like, homecoming king does not mean. I mean, I was appreciative that I won, but it is just a popularity contest, and it didn't matter too much to me. But the thing is, like, they had to reach out to the newspaper, and then they submitted only a picture of, like, rather than typically they do all the candidates, they had to do a picture of just me and Francesca with the two little kids.
That makes me so happy how much I thought
It was
like,
that big of a deal to people. I'm like, who cares?
there were so many talks. Like I'm such a decent kid. I've never been like called into the office to have a talk or anything. I had like a half an hour talk with our principal because of it. I was like, it's
Half an hour. That's all it was. It was half an hour. He didn't like talk for 2.5 hours.
No. What's up?
What are you? Why? Because you dressed up like a jackass. Okay.
Yeah,
I
because we can't take the piss out of things here. We got to take everything so seriously. And
But I mean, can you dress up? I mean,
she said to dress up to express yourself. Did she not?
she did. I think that's what I went off of.
I think that's your argument that you made.
Well, no, I legitimately told the principal. I didn't say bullshit, but I definitely portrayed to him. I was like, I think homecoming's bullshit, and that's why I dressed up like this. We take everything way too fucking seriously.
Yeah.
I was like, why not take the piss out of this thing?
I mean, homecoming is supposed to be fun.
Yeah, and it wasn't for people. Okay.
I'm still not. I'm catching like.
She said homecoming is supposed to be fun, and I'm like, well,
It is
obviously,
fun.
it wasn't though. Obviously.
Yeah, and that was my fault. and I'm so
Now,
happy
now
about
there's
it.
probably like in the rules of being a homecoming candidate,
Oh
like
yeah, he was
do
telling me
not
that.
dress up as a donkey.
Yeah, he was telling me that they had to like make a dress code from there on out. Like they were setting up rules because of what I did for that.
What a
What,
game
you wrote
changer!
the Easter stuff.
Yeah, you rewrote history.
I did.
That's
I
like
did.
that's like me in sixth grade. In Fredonia, we could not wear shorts on like after a certain day, like in between these 2 days, like because it was like winter time, you know. So like you had to get a shorts pass from the office, like for a reward to wear shorts after a certain day in the school year. And you know what? We took it up. Our parliamentary person took it up with the president of the student body, which took it up to the principal. And we no, we can wear shorts whenever we want to wear shorts. So now, guess what? There's no shorts policy because people like me went out and voted, which is why people like you should get out and vote this November.
Exactly. Everyone, we're posting a link in the description of this video for you to see if you're registered to vote. Because should we do some kind of like political like
Yeah,
go vote
might as
thing
well.
to our 20 people? Go vote. I don't give a shit who you vote for. Honestly, both of them kind of suck. Um, there's no winning this election season, but still, maybe you like one person's policies more than the other. Go vote. Go vote. I think also I've never so we're young boys. We've never
Yeah,
participated in a general election. This is the first time.
yeah,
Do you vote for like local election stuff too during that
yeah, yeah.
process?
There are, yeah, because the local elections are every 2 years, and so they're having more elections. There should, from what I understand, when you vote for president, there's local stuff for you to vote for as well. You don't just go in and say who's the president. I pick you.
Right. So look up like do find your city and do a little quiz. Like I live in Los
You don't know
Angeles.
where you live, find it.
Find
You
it.
know,
Find where you live first. Figure that shit out. If you don't know where you live, maybe you shouldn't vote.
probably shouldn't vote.
If you do know where you live, type it in into Google and be like, Los Angeles general election. Who should I vote for? Do a little quiz, and then it'll give you a list of all the fucking people who is like, well, for the city council member number 5, you should vote for this guy because your ideologies align with his.
And make sure you figure out where you vote too, because when I registered to vote, it told me specifically the voting place to go to. I don't
Right.
know if it really matters as long as you're in that district or whatever, but I don't know.
And if you're scared, if you're a pussy because of COVID and you don't want to die, I don't blame you. You're probably. I feel like we. Quick derail. Quick derail.
All
The
right.
demographic of people on that listen to my music and I feel like then have translated to listening to this podcast are my friends' moms. Not even
Okay.
my friends' moms. So I'm just saying, we have an older demographic. They may be a little more concerned about going out during COVID season. They might be a little elderly. They think if they, suck up a little, breath of air, they might get COVID and die. See if look into mail-in ballots. I mean,
I think there's a deadline coming up soon with that. I think.
well, I mean, this is going to come out a week from now. So if you're hearing this a week from now, you might be too late. Don't vote. Don't know your city. Forget everything. Do coke. And wrap up this podcast so Joel can go drink beer with his friends.
Eat pizza. That's the main thing. Here's a secondary.
Right. Okay, well, this was fucking weird that Beau didn't show up. Oh, well.
At all. Yeah.
So 2 weeks ago, 4 people. Last week, 3 people. This week, 2. Who knows? Next week, it might just be me. Let's get,
I mean, you might as well try it. I'll try it.
No, I definitely don't want that.
Yeah,
I definitely don't want that.
I can't do it without you. So.
I can't do anything without you, Joel. You're
I'm
the...
gonna miss you this week.
What's up?
I'm gonna miss you this week.
No, you're not. You're going to go do, like, drugs.
Good.
I can't hear you when you do this.
We have to look good for our viewers.
Yes, Joel and I are actually very close friends outside of this podcast.
How close you might ask? Close.
Sure. Your audio is gone now.
Good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I need to get you. I need to sugar
covered-
daddy up and buy you a actual microphone.
Well, when I get back to America, it'll be different. But my microphone is on the side of my computer, and I was covering it up with my leg.
Do that more often.
Cover up my microphone. It's a podcast.
How does this sound?
I like it.
Does it sound like a radio, like all kind of like fucked
Sounds like
up?
I'm talking to you on the phone.
That's kind of cute.
Stop, Seth. Knock it off. Grow up.
How? Okay. You cover up your. This is how we're ending it. We're doing like we're closing out, but you cover up your microphone. We got to do our condolences. We got to say our goodbyes, but the audio's got to be fucked. Make it as fucked as possible.
I gotta find my mic.
I'm going to say something really nice to you. You're going to say something really nice to me. We're not going to hear it. And then I'm going to end this call. Okay? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay. Joel, I have nothing good to say about you. I can't spitball about nice things to say about. You're so... Look at those eyebrows. Joel's got really cool eyebrows right now. And I think they're really good and cool. And now he's going to compliment me about something, and we're wrapping this shit up.
Can you hear me?
Too well.
Good enough? Now?
Fuck it up more. Fuck it up more. Cover up that
More?
mic.
What about now? Can you hear me?
It's still good. What the hell? What are you doing?
I'm trying to find my microphone. What about now?
It's so good.
Maybe there's one on this side too.
This is the
Where's my
shit, so.
microphone at? Oh, let me try those. Can you hear me now? Whoa. Now.
I'm glad this bit's going well.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you so well.
Dang, for a $400 computer, that's good, man. Okay, I give up. Seth, I love you. I like
love
your
you.
hair.
I love
like
you
your
too, buddy.
mustache. I can't wait for you to grow it out and look like the banger that you did in high school, your New Year prom.
Yeah.
You know, you just mean so much to me.
You mean so much to me too, buddy. I appreciate it.
Really great week.
Oh, well,
All of our viewers.
you're cut out a little bit there, and that's the perfect note to end on, Joel. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the viewers. Hey, quick little thing that I should do as an actual host. If you enjoyed this shit show, go subscribe on any, podcast platform that you listen to. And then
Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast,
Google, YouTube, Google, Deezer.
Comment what you like. Who's your favorite,
Yeah, give us some interactions.
You want merch? I mean, we need to communicate with our viewers.
Yeah.
If you want to do WhatsApp group,
if you want to start a Discord, we can do a Ketchup Discord, and we can all.
I like it.
I'm done.
Subscribe. Adios.
Let's just be awkward and look at each other into our eyes for a little bit. Make a weird face. Goodbye.